take a little virtual road trip to Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. I think the best way to introduce the Conservancy is to share a little video that I have here that's going to kind of introduce it a little bit, and talk a little bit about the community conservation and working with the community. So here we go. Let's get that video queued up and playing. All right.
Lewa is a wildlife sanctuary, but it also supports schools, health clinics, female microcredit programs, and so much more. Lewa is a catalyst for wildlife conservation with a unique people-based model. This setup enables the communities around our conservancy to be empowered with the most sustainable path to the conservation of wildlife. Lewa invests in education for both children and adults. Through our many programs, we help expand job opportunities and provide a platform for conservation education. The essential needs of communities are met with Lewa's health clinics. We provide easier access to vaccinations, family planning, immunizations, and more. These clinics are often the only source of healthcare for thousands of Kenyans. We empower women through Lewa's microcredit program. Women can launch their own businesses, from general stores and farms to poultry rearing. This enhances livelihoods and increases living standards. We improve clean water access and assist farmers in sustainable irrigation so people and wildlife can share the limited water resources in this naturally dry area of Kenya. All of these programs, plus many others, aid in bringing positive changes to local communities, which help to sustain our wildlife conservation efforts. This model means Lewa is a successful safe haven for a variety of wildlife. Our success with community-based conservation has influenced other conservancies across northern Kenya. We envision a future where people all over the world value, protect, and benefit from wildlife, helping us to secure a future for Africa's most iconic species.
All right. So Lewa serves as a safe refuge for the critically endangered black rhino and the endangered gravy zebra, as well as the elephant, lion, giraffe, wild dog, and other iconic wildlife species in Kenya. The Conservancy is also home to more than 400 species of bird. Lewa has combined the techniques of world-class anti-poaching operations, including cutting-edge monitoring technology, with the engagement of the surrounding communities as critical partners in conservation. So we're going to meet some of that team right now. I'm going to bring John Pomeri in now. He is the head of general security with the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. So let's bring John in here with us. Hey, John, how you doing?
Hi, Jos. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Great to see you today.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah, it looks like you have some company with you today.
Yeah, I just want my team really to wave on you. Just say hi.
Hello, Joe.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Happy World Ranger Day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, John, why don't you give us kind of a little intro into your role at Lewa, and then I want to play a video that kind of really shows you in action, and then we'll have a little discussion after.
Okay, cool. Joe, my name is John Pomeri. I'm head of general security, and we have two sections. We have anti-poaching and we have general security. And I've been working here for the last 28 years. So that is my background, and I've just been working along conservation for those years.
All right. Perfect. Well, let's get right into that video. Let's see you in action in the field, and then we'll ask a few questions. So here we go.
can't imagine African savanna without this. Okay.
Yeah, you can see the footprint for the rhino. This is for our white rhino footprint. See, you can see the hoof there. There's another hoof there, and then there's another one here.
Lewa security, we have two sections. One section is anti-poaching team. The other section is general security. My section is general security, and I work for the team of about 80 guys. And this team has rhino monitors, which this is the team for rhino monitors. We have 9 blocks. 9 blocks, each block you have 3 guys, which we have put outposts on a strategic areas that are all around Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. And their job is to track rhinos, fight them, report them to the ops room to be recorded every day. So we have a total of 233 rhinos between Lewa and Borana. And become difficult for the new generation, for the new guys, really to identify every individual animal in terms of marks. So we have just brought the technology side of things on board. All the security in the field, they have radios, and the radios are built with a GPS system that they can able really to report rhinos, and they can able to be seen exactly where they're reporting. So you can able to see all the radios in Lewa where they are. So how can we really track rhinos? We keep going, tracking them, but now we are tracking using technology. So we are looking 3 areas in terms of technology. We are looking at the ranger, which we are using at the moment, which at ranger capturing a lot of digital system radios and all that. We are looking LoRa to bring LoRa on board. LoRa is a sensor that you dig underground, and then people, if they walk on top of those metals, they can able to be detected, and then we get that information. The other one is it's about helicopter, bring a helicopter on board with a MX-10 camera, special camera, which really bring another good tool to support conservation in terms of using daytime, using nighttime. So it captures really good images, even on nights when it's dark, when it's daytime. So it's a really good camera. Things we are looking in the future, probably we might just bring on board, is it's drones. We want to test the drones, whether they will work in some of the areas, particularly now looking areas like forests, where there's really thick forests. You can't able really to see rhinos easily, but we might really test drones on those areas. So those are the things we are looking really to get in future. What I would like you guys to take from this is that conservation is an evolving thing, and it's something that we would like really to bring technology on board to achieve our goals in the future.
Let's bring you back, John. What a great video. So great to see, out in the park, technology being used to monitor the park and the movements and the health of the animals. How long has that system been in place?
Yeah, for the system of digital system, we have been operational for the last 10 years. And we just keep building more technology around it. We have Ad Ranger, which John Tanu will talk about it, which we have just brought recently, like about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So there's a lot that really we are bringing on conservation field. Yeah.
All right. And drones were mentioned in the video as potentially a new piece of technology. Are you using those in the park yet, or is that still coming down the line?
The one that's already we are having here and we are using is the MX10 camera, which has 3 modes. One is night vision. Second one is a normal camera, and thermal image, which can capture images on night using the heat. So already we have that one here, but there are more things that we are looking in the future, which LoRa is one of them. It's not really yet, but we are on a trial at the moment. So there's a lot of other stuff that we are looking to bring on conservation.
Okay, very cool. It's always great to keep, up to date with technology and be bringing the best equipment in to help everybody do their job. So, head of general security at Lewa, I'm wondering, with COVID, how has that impacted security in the park? Has there been more incursions into the park? Have things stayed relatively the same? Did COVID have an impact on the security activities in the park?
Yeah, looking back to 2020 in terms of COVID-19, which has been a challenge for us in terms of reduction of tourism and in terms of reduction of revenue to the Conservancy, and we lost $2.4 million through tourism, which was really a huge impact to the conservation. But looking in terms of the security teams, yes, we know the salaries have been cut from 60%, 50% to 30% across the board for the entire employees, which didn't really bring any issues to the staff. Everybody agreed. Everybody have really seen the challenge. And all of us, we really, I think I can say 2020, we thought that will be really a challenge year because of a lot of people who have been laid out there. We suspect maybe poaching will increase, invasion will really come on. So actually, those things really didn't happen. In terms of poaching, that is the first year in terms of the entire country, we didn't lose any rhino at all. So for revenue, yes, it was a challenge, but for security-wise, it was not really bad as we thought. So it was really a win-win situation. The rangers were there. There are few which we give them, we send them home for a while because of the position which we didn't really require that time. But later we bring them back again, the entire security team. But it was a challenge for the revenue, and we didn't really manage to do a lot in terms of training, in terms of all other stuff that we have been doing years and years. But we are really good saying that we didn't lose any rhino in terms of poaching and any other problems which didn't really raised on that time.
All right. Well, it sounds like on a whole, pretty good news that, people were off for a little bit, but it sounds like they've been brought back. And then that's great news that, poaching numbers didn't increase and you didn't really lose any animals. That's great. I wonder, John, I've connected for events with Lewa in the past, and something I've noticed is there's a lot of community engagement, a lot of education. And so I'm wondering if the Rangers play a large role in that. And do you think that could be a reason why, maybe what you expected didn't happen, is that outreach, that education is working?
Yeah, for Lewa Wildlife Conservancy, we have been really doing a lot in terms of community programs. We have been supporting communities. We are having a lot of schools that we are supporting. We have a lot of bursaries, more than 500 students getting bursaries through Lewa. We have women microcredits enterprise that's really happening there, which we are supporting small businesses, about 1,800 women across all corners of Lewa. We have water projects, more than 17 water projects that Lewa really supported to get clean water to these people. We have 4 facilities, healthy facilities, which are 3 of them outside Lewa, 1 inside Lewa. So there have been a lot really been supported within communities which are neighboring to Lewa. And we believe that if you want to do conservation, you need to bring the community on board. Without community, it's really a challenge because you have human-wildlife conflicts, elephant breaking the fence, going to the communities, and that is where the challenge really start from. So people, even if we still have the challenge of human-wildlife conflicts, but people, they still realize that they are getting benefit from this wildlife. So that is one of the things we believe really make our communities to be happy with Lewa. A good relationship been there for years and years. So those are the things which have been happening since. So it's not only the time of Corona, but it's been there for many years that we have been supporting communities. So I believe that is one of the things which have really really make things really to work within Lewa. And looking in terms of our structure, normally we believe that supporting communities which are neighboring to your fence, all around your perimeter, that is one of the things that is our first defense line. And then looking the fence is not there to stop people coming through or communities to come and probably to the offices or something through the gates. The fence is there to stop human-wildlife conflicts. And then looking how we have structured our security in inside, in terms of technology, in terms of all the equipment that we are using, in terms of the support we are getting from US, from UK, all that. So it's a combination of a lot of stuff that really make Lewa and the surrounding community really work as one team, as one parcel of land. Yeah.
All right. Well, John, thank you so much for sharing that with us today. Great to see some of the activities in action, hear a little bit more about the Rangers. And if John Tanui is handy, let's have him come in and let's learn a little bit more about his side of things.
Okay, thank you very much, Joe. And we really appreciate it.
John, thank you so much. All right. Well, we have another John joining us. We have John Tanui joining us. He's Radio Communications Officer at Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. John, how you doing today?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to see you.
Happy Rangers Day.
Yes. Right back to you as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And John, I think what I'd love to do is to start, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
So my name's John Tanui, and I'm the security radio communications officer here at Lewa. I've been working with Lewa for more than 20 years now. Happy to be part of this conversation today.
All right, excellent. Well, John, I've got a video for you as well, highlighting a little bit of your work in action. So I'm going to play that now, and then we'll have a little discussion afterwards.
Okay, no problem.
All right, excellent. I'm going to get that. There we go, and we're live.
My name is John Tanui. I work with the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy. Welcome to our Joint Operation Communication Center. And here we are going to explain what this facility does. So we'll start from the maps over there and show you the area we cover in terms of what this facility does. So welcome. So this is the map of Lewa Wildlife Conservancy, and the size of Lewa is about 62,000 acres. And this is where we are. And what you're seeing here are the patrol blocks for the monitoring of rhinos, because we have to manage our rhino monitoring on daily basis. So we bisected Lewa into 9 security blocks. So this is one area that this facility takes care of. And then we have the larger area of Northern Rangeland Trust, NRT in short. So within NRT, we have 3 regions. We have NRT Central, we've got NRT Coast, and we have North Rift here. So anything that is going on there in terms of security is being reported here, and we are in touch with the rangers there 24/7. We have radio communication covering the whole of that area. And mostly security incidences that are being reported from those areas could be ranging from stock theft, road banditry, illegal activities like illegal logging, shackle burning, illegal fishing, and all that. So anything that is being picked there is being reported here. And once we pick it from there, we coordinate those security operations in real time. And now with our huge security operations on the ground, we have a software that is called Earth Ranger. We are going to see it from there, and we'll explain how it works. So Earth Ranger is a platform that we've used, is a software that we've used it for the last 4 years now, and we were the very first people to use it. It was fixed by a company called Vulcan for us, based in the US. So when Vulcan came here 4 years ago, everything that we were doing it manual. Like all the reports that were coming from the field, we were writing them down on papers, putting them on the, on the files. So whenever we want to do reports, whenever we want to coordinate anything, it was taking a lot of energy and time. But now with Earth Ranger, because this is real time, it's easy to coordinate security operations when they happen. It reduces the time. It's more accurate, and you can do analysis with the software, and it has been a game changer since we started using this, and the software is user friendly. We were the very first people to use it in this region, and now it has been rolled into other sites. I think now it's in about 39 countries all over the world, and we've trained so many people here, ranging from the private organizations, private partners, and also government organizations like the Kenya Wildlife Service. The police have started using it, and it has been rolled out in other countries, and whereby we've been participated in training, the rangers, managers, park managers, and all that. When we started here, we started everything from scratch. And the good thing with this one is integrating everything together. Like you can see where your assets are, like the aircraft, the vehicles, the patrols, real time, the tracker dogs, and you know where the incidences are. You can pick the GPS locations and all that. And also we have things like heat maps on Earth Ranger. Heat maps which tells you or give you a sense of what has been happening in terms of incidences. Maybe it's human-wildlife conflict, it's road banditry, it's stock theft, it's poaching. You can zero in into those locations. So analysis is the other thing that has been made easier, to pick where the problems are. And as I said earlier, it has been a game changer, because without this, I don't know what we do. We were doing things blindly, and we were wasting a lot of time and resources without this. But now with this one, there have been a lot of efficiency in terms of coordinating these security operations. We also use Earth Ranger for, as a briefing tool. We've had like VIPs who visited here. We've had the Kenyan First Lady who visited here. We took her through what Earth Ranger does. We've had cabinet secretaries. We've had the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Mr. Boris Johnson, who came in here. We've had Prince William, among other dignitaries who visited this facility. And even the senior military guys, the senior police guys within this region, they've come here. And everyone whom we've briefed and take them through what Earth Ranger can do, they've liked it, and that's why you see it's growing very fast, and so many organizations have picked this to use as a security tool going forward. And maybe in future, all the security players within conservation world, within security sector, this is the tool to use, because it has, for the short time we've used it, it has proved to be very effective, and it does the work that we've envisaged for many years that we can do. Basically, when our main source of information from the ground is the community and also the rangers. So once we get a report from the field that is coming in through the radio or through the cell phone, we feed that information into Earth Ranger. So on my drop down here, you can see we have the security, what we categorize as the security incidences, starting from gunshots, sighted gangs, and so on. And the drop down is quite long, going down like that. You have those serious incidences like conflict, accidents, human-wildlife conflict, and all that. And here, for example, we have a report that came in 2 days ago on a sick elephant. So once you click there, it will take you straight to the map where that particular incident happened. And then, you have this template that captures all the information in regard to this particular incident. You have the person who reported, you have the time and date, the GPS location, was it internal or external? You have the Conservancy where that report came in, location, you have the contact for the reporter, and you have all the details over there. So that is how we capture that information. And the moment we feed this information into Earth Ranger, we have a list of recipients, like the senior commanders, the senior managers, depending with what it is. So we have something called standard operating procedures, where now we have what we call red alert, we have amber, green, and the rest. So for red is a serious incident, like something to do with human life, or a serious poaching incident of an elephant or a rhino, that is sent as red. You have amber, which is still serious, but maybe not confirmed. And then you have green for monitoring of wildlife, like rhino reporting, elephant sightings, and all that. So once we pick, we know what it is and where we categorize it. And once now you save it, it is sending an alert to the senior people via email and also via text message. And once, if it's a serious incident now, they come in here to coordinate and to manage that particular incident until the end of that. So once we've captured the initial report, and maybe later on we get any further additional information, we can add a note through here. You can add a note over there. And if we have photos of, of maybe that sick elephant, we can attach photos through here. And then if this changes to something else, we know it's a sick elephant, and maybe later on if it dies, maybe of natural causes or other causes, it can now graduate to something else. And you have all these templates over here. So for example, if maybe gunshots were heard, you're deploying a team, and that decision has to be reached from here by the senior commanders. We've had gunshots, we are deploying maybe an aircraft, we are deploying a team, and once they get to the scene, they are talking to us, and they will tell us from the scene, we are picking maybe a carcass, we have footmarks, they'll start tracking with the tracker dogs, and then they're giving us a feedback. All that information is getting in here. In case there is any arrest, in case there is any recoveries of firearms and all that, that is being taken care of by this software here. We have all those templates to capture. So at the end of the day, you'll have the full report on what transpired from the reporting point to the end. And if someone has been arrested, taken to the police, taken to court, there is the verdict. We have that information. We'll feed it here. So you have a whole report. Initially, when we didn't have something like this, we were recording all those things. And that's why I say that it was taking a lot of time and energy. And even the statistics now, like we want to know how many elephants have been sick for the last 5 years. It's easy to pick because you need to type in what you're looking at, what you can search by time, by location, by areas where they've been reported, and it will pull all those up. So that's why it has made our work very, very easier, and it has been a big game changer in what we do here.
All right, John, Earth Ranger. That looks like quite a system.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, probably a lot of fun to learn to use, and that information sounds really valuable. In the video you mentioned that it saves a lot of time responding to a security issue. Can you give kind of an estimate how much time it saves on a typical call?
Yes, Joe. It has reduced the time by a big margin, because now it's really good. Like when you know where your assets, where your patrols are in real time, like something has been reported, you don't have to guess where, because when it's coming in, you have the GPS location, you can visualize all that, you know which team is close to that location, and it can, you can measure distances using Earth Ranger. So by the fact that you can send the team that is closer to that location, you're saving a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely. So John, I'd love to know a little bit about what led you to pursue a career in conservation.
Wow, driven by passion. This is something that I had for many years since I was young. Back in those days in school, where we had a wildlife club. So yeah, I really liked working in. I wanted to really work in a conservation area when I become an adult. So it's more driven by passion. And something to note here is that being a ranger is not easy. Like you stay in the bush, in the field for many hours, many days. You're putting your life in the line again, because sometimes you're dealing with like very heavily armed bandits, poachers. So if you don't have passion to do that work, it's not going to be easy for anyone. So you have to be driven by passion and like the job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely a job that has danger that comes along with it. And I imagine that along with that, there's also really great moments, moments that, make you proud for the job you do. So I'm wondering if you have a story, something like that, John, a time that, you were really proud to be a ranger, a day that you really remember.
Mostly since I joined Lewa, my work has been, yes, from the field and also working the office, especially at the control room, coordinating the rangers in the field and all that. So whenever whenever my colleagues make any, like success out in the field there, those are some of my happiest moments. Also, there are those good news that comes from the field, like you get a report, you wake up, you go to the office in the morning, and you're getting a report maybe of a rhino that has given birth, or 2 rhinos that have given birth. So that makes those are some of my happiest moments working here.
All right, those sound like pretty darn good moments.
Yeah.
That's great, John. John, I heard a rumor that you might be able to show us a little more of Earth Ranger.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to share my screen to explain more about Earth Ranger, what it can do. And let me do that now. Share screen. Kuja kidogo. Can you see my screen, Joe?
Not yet. It didn't come up, John.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Just a second. Can you see it now?
No, let's try and walk through the steps just to make sure we didn't miss something. So when you hit the share button at the bottom, John,
yes.
Did you get a little menu where you could pick video file or share screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And you click the share screen one?
Mm-hmm. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe the other one.
And then you should get options like entire screen, window, or Chrome tab.
Yes.
Okay.
I see that.
Choose the entire screen. It's probably already on that. And then you'll see there's a picture of your screen. If you click on that picture of your screen, the share button should light up at the bottom.
Okay. Share that one. And then just a minute.
That's okay. We'll get it.
Entire screen. Share.
Oh, John, you have to click under entire screen. There's a picture of your screen. And if you click on that, the share button will turn purple. It'll light up. There we go. We got it.
You got it.
Yeah, it's coming up now.
You have it now?
We see it. Yeah, we see Earth Ranger.
Yeah, so basically this is the Earth Ranger dashboard. So it's an online platform, as we mentioned. It was fixed for us by Vulcan, as you can see. So what I'm displaying here, basically, this is the map of Lewa, Borana, and all these patrols in the field. We are able to see the patrols through the radios they carry because we have digital Motorola radios, like this particular one, this Sierra 18 here. So this is where they are currently. This radio reported 3 minutes ago. So if I wanted to see where this patrol team has been for the last maybe, let's say for the last 1 week, just go to 7 days over there. And then you have the tracks of where they've been patrolling. And maybe I can change this map into a satellite map so that you can see the terrain. So this is where this particular team has been patrolling for that particular period. And maybe we want to see where they spend most of their time doing patrols. We have, on Earth Ranger, we have something called heat map. So when I click on my heat map over here, you see the red parts. This is where they've concentrated most of their patrol. So this is really good because we can see the patrol effort of our patrols in the field. And at the end of the day, the senior commander, the supervisor can, check on these, and he can know the areas that has been patrolled, areas that has been left. And at the end of the day, it becomes a very important management tool. So currently we have, because here when we have serious incidences, we deploy teams, like maybe it could be a robbery, it could be a road banditry incident, it could be, a theft incident. Initially, when John was talking, he mentioned that we work very closely with communities, and there is a lot that we do to the community. One being security, we respond because our armed teams, they have what we call the National Police Service status, which means that they can work here within the Conservancy, inside the Conservancy here, and they can be deployed outside the Conservancy into the community areas. So we have a team currently in one of the community to the eastern side called Mutonyi. They are doing a patrol there, and they're using tracker dogs. One of our tracker dogs is like Ruby here. It's one of our tracker dog, and you can see where that particular dog is, and you can see the track of where it has been tracking in the village, and together with the team over here. So, and this service that we give to the community, we do it for free because that is one of the benefits that comes from conservation directly to the to the community, and the community are very happy when that we are doing this. We have a cell phone here. We've populated that number to most of the community members. So whenever they pick something serious, like all what I've just mentioned, they can call in here and we can respond very quickly. So we always put a team on standby with a vehicle. We have tracker dogs, and also we have a helicopter. We have fixed wing plane that can be used to deploy these tracker dogs, to deploy these teams to go into the community area. We have another team operating in Leparwa village to the north. This is north of Lewa here. So we have this team over here. They are doing a high-profile patrol in the community area, talking to the community, dominating the area, making sure that nothing harms the community. Again, we work very closely with other partners like the Northern Rangeland Trust, where we have about 39 community conservancies. Most of them are to the north of Lewa. We have Leparwa here, Ilingwesi, and so on. It's a very, very huge area, an area of close to 4.2 million hectares of land. So, and the elephants that roam between Lewa and Northern Rangeland areas, we have about 8,000 elephants. So Lewa is more of a corridor where elephants pass through, heading to the mountain to the south. This is the mountain. We have Mount Kenya here, where we have a corridor. This is a corridor of about 10 kilometers from here to here. So elephants use this, and it has reduced human-wildlife conflict incidents. So we are able to see all this on Earth Ranger. So they can stay on Lewa here, and they can get out of Lewa into the northern part of the country. Out of the 8,000 elephants, we have a good number of them that we've collared with a satellite collar, like this one here called Sautin. This is one of the matriarch, one of the old females that lead family or herd of elephants in this area here. So this is where that particular elephant is currently, and she's not alone. I can assure you 100% that she's not alone because she's a matriarch, so she's leading either a small family or a big herd of elephant. So we are able to see them. There is a number of them, as you can see them aligned over here. So whenever we see the movement of these elephants, we are able to deploy teams within the Northern Ridgeland Trust area. Currently, we have one team operating here. Actually, there are two teams here. Like 9-1 team is one of the mobile team. You have another one here, 9-4 teams. These are mobile teams, and they have radio communication linking back to this facility over here. And you can see there was a report of a giraffe carcass that was reported on that date, human-wildlife conflict. So there is a lot of things that happens within the whole of this landscape. And without Earth Ranger, this work would not have been easy, because with Earth Ranger, we've been able to capture all this information. If you look on here where I'm putting my cursor, you can see there is a drop down of reports like stock theft, elephant car fallen in a well, elephant carcass, there was fire, and the list is long. So all these, there was murder, stock theft, all these are the reports that coming within the whole of this landscape. So conservation has really helped a lot, because Northern Kenya is a very remote area. Government resources are very scarce. There been a lot of insecurity, but conservation now has turned things, have improved the livelihood of the people living in Northern Kenya. And now having softwares like, Earth Ranger, things have been, flowing very, very, very well, in here. The other thing is generation of reports. We are able to do like daily reports, field reports, reports on need basis. And on my video, I mentioned that we use Earth Ranger as a briefing tool. We can tell people what has been happening, they can see. And also we can do heat maps, to give people a feeling of what has been happening in the field. So if we are looking at things like maybe stock theft for the last maybe a week or so, you can just type stock theft over there, and then you say for the last 7 days, and then you'll see all of that there, and then it will come on the map here, and you can see where all those were reported like that, and then you can put up the heat map so that people can see what has been happening in terms of all that. And it's really cool, because using the heat map, the management now can use this to make decision to zero in into those locations and mitigate the problems. Could be stock theft, could be human-wildlife conflict, it could be poaching, it could be anything. So it really helps a lot. And when we get the reports now, we do, we put that information into the Earth Ranger. So we have what we categorize as security, and you can see the drop down is quite long. And then we have the monitoring side of stuff, reporting of rhinos, other wildlife sightings. We've had problems with locusts recently in this part of the world. So it takes care of that. You have a human-wildlife conflict. And then there are those serious incidences that we share with the government agencies, like the road banditry, stock theft, robbery, and all that. Yeah, so basically that is where we are on Earth Ranger, and we've seen them deploy more fishers every now and again, which which really helps to make our work a bit easy in this part of the world.
Yeah, I can see that, John. Wow, thank you so much for sharing that with us. What a great tool, what a great system, what a great way to know what's going on, not only in the protected spots, but in the communities around. That's amazing, John.
Yeah, thank you.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Well, I don't know if John Palmieri's still around, but I'd love, if he is, to come back in, because it would be great to say, a big thank you and a goodbye to both of you. But yeah, we always love our trips to visit Lewa and learn more about all the activities that take place in the Conservancy, the security operations, and wow, again, that Earth Ranger system is pretty darn impressive. And thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. And also thanks for bringing us on board on this one. And yeah, we are happy for this day, and we wish all the Rangers all over a happy Rangers Day. Thank you. Asante sana.
Absolutely. Thank
you
you.
very
Thank
much.
you so much. Wish your team a happy Earth World Ranger Day from us. And I can't wait to see what new technology comes out in the future. Great stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you very much, Joe. We really appreciate. And,
All right.
Yeah, well, the Ranger Day, happy to everyone, and happy all around the world. And we really appreciate for supporting Rangers.
Yeah. And welcome to Lewa, everyone. Welcome to Lewa. Lewa is safe. No COVID here.
All right. We're on our way. I'm packing my bags. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, John. Have a great rest of your weekend.
See you soon.
Cool.
Bye.
Thank you.
See ya. Thank you.